also messy, and I pushed it out of him and Nicholas. Did I have some sort of idea what the rumor might be? If he's with basically Monica's future sister-in-law, yeah, I could guess what the rumor could be that could break people. So I don't think it was my best moment bringing it out in that environment, but yeah, I had an idea.
Were you shocked to hear this?
Like actually hearing the words come out, yes, I think everyone's mouths, like to actually hear it, like you can have an idea, but actually hearing it is a different, like it's different. And at that moment, everyone just kind of froze, or we don't know where to go from here, because that's such a huge allegation, especially in our culture.
Yeah.
And bringing it out where everyone talks and gossips, once it's out and open, there's no going back from there.
Do you guys believe this rumor to be true?
I didn't.
I didn't think it was true. But again, there's lots of things in people's relationships that you just don't know how relationships, the insides of a relationship.
Yeah,
right?
I think the only two people that know a relationship
are the two in it. So
yeah.
But just knowing him from what we know of him, I wouldn't think so. But
No,
again, you never, a family member is
No.
saying things, so I don't know.
Like I've always known Rish, and he's a stand-up guy. I've known him my whole life as well. We've grown up with him, and he's always been awesome.
Well, the fans have come for him online all over in droves. I mean, do you think they're like demanding that Monica moves on from him? Where do you guys think that this is a good couple? Do you think that she should move on from him?
I feel like you and me are the worst to answer about other people's relationships. The number of times we've broken up.
and my advice is ignore the outside noise. You know, like if we listen to it, me and Richa would.
Oh, we would have left each other a long time ago.
100 times over. You know, and I'm really a firm believer that only them two know what's best for them. Don't listen to like what other people are telling you.
I will say this, once cheating allegations are out there, whether they're true or not, it's really difficult, I think, especially for females to like be in a relationship again. Because anytime that phone dings, rings, buzzes, you're going to think twice, like who's messaging you again, whether it's true or not. And that's just,
yeah, some layer of trust is like
gone no matter what.
That's a good point. Did you guys have a lot of people weigh in on your relationship? Like once you started on the show? I mean, now we're in season 3. Again, you're married.
We've had people weigh in on our relationship for years.
I get paragraphs sent to me on like the daily. Richa,
leave him. He's awful.
Vishal, leave her.
She's horrendous.
So you guys are used to that.
We're used to it, yeah. I mean, but look, we've been that couple that like fights, breaks up. All our friends know about it too. So we've just been that way. We're fun roller coaster.
It might be healthy, it might be unhealthy, but we make it work.
It works.
You guys make it work. I mean, do you think Monica and Rish will go the distance? I mean, you're saying you think Monica will be the next one married, period, with no mention of anyone else.
We'll see. You gotta wait and see. I think they have a journey that they are going on together, and I don't want to ruin it for anybody, but Monica is definitely ready to get married, and we got to see now if Rish is on that same wavelength or not.
Who do you guys think was the most wrong in this whole? I mean, like you said, the guys are being messy. I mean, that's nice that you're kind of taking responsibility. I never looked at you. I mean, we have we have Amrit, who could have told maybe just not the whole group. We have Brian. I mean, like, who do you guys think?
All the guys handled it poorly. I do think like
it was like
first Amrit could have just directly gone to Monica. Second, I could have not brought it up in public. Third, Brian could have not lied and went to Rishi first. I think all of us were just shit shows.
It was just like one after another. They're like, who could be worse?
Hold my beer.
Yeah, hold my beer moment for all of them.
Yeah, you know how sometimes when something happens on a reality show, you're like, okay, I mean, it's something. It's not that big a deal. And then the next thing you know, you're like, wait, this is just a disaster of epic proportion and everyone is somehow involved.
Everyone just handled it poorly.
Well, the girls were kind of, I wasn't messy. The girls were kind of messy too, because Anisha then went and told Bali. Bali then told people, then all the aunties found out. So wait, the girls were also messy too.
Okay, you were
I'm the only one that was like, you guys are all awful and you need to clear this up now. And I said nothing to anyone.
Who was Monica the most upset with? Like, do you guys know? Because it was hard to, I mean, you could argue a lot of people, including her own boyfriend, who didn't, I mean, I don't know,
Yeah.
this last scene, this scene in the park, and I'm like, what? Like,
Is it one day or 1 week?
right, you only
Oh.
found out today. I'm like, I mean, as the viewer, we don't know, but I'm like, wait a second, did I miss something? Wasn't this like not a day?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I feel like Brian that was a real slap in the face for her, that he went to Rish first and not to her, because they're like childhood besties. Like, I don't know how bros became more important than a childhood, best friend. So I think that really kind of stung her hard.
Like, yeah, I think she was thinking like, who has my back, right?
Yeah. Before we move on from this topic, like, what advice would you give them? Again, since you guys have been together for so long and are now married, and what advice would you give to Monica and Rish?
Spiritually married.
Spiritually
Look,
married.
relationships go through ups and downs. If you want something to work and it's meant to work for you guys, it'll happen. You just can't, like you said earlier, you can't listen to the outside world. There's always going to be noise, especially being on this platform. There's going to be a lot that's coming your way.
And there's a lot of noise just from your friend group too. And
True.
the aunties, just ignore it all and do you.
Do what makes you happy.
Is you guys, because everyone, like Anisha said it, you guys have said it here today, like, I mean, is the Indian culture, I mean, I just never knew this. Are they known for being gossips? Like, it comes up on the show all the time. I mean, I don't know. I never really, and even if you've heard it, and if you're not Indian, then it's a stereotype, but I've never heard that really before the show.
Any type of news spreads like wildfire.
Yeah,
Once
really?
It's caught by one person, the phone's picked up, text messages.
We love to
there's
talk.
there's WhatsApp. It's like nonstop.
See, you're meant for reality TV then.
The aunties, the grannies, everybody. It just spreads.
What about, we talked about all these Bravo celebrities that may be a good fit for Brian. Like, talk to me. You guys were both at BravoCon. Like, what was your BravoCon experience like?
It was nonstop, over the top, amazing. The energy, never experienced anything
like the Super Bowl for us. Like, that's how we kind of saw
the
it.
noise,
Yeah.
the energy. It was like we were there for 3-4 days and literally no sleep at all, but my energy did not dissipate because I'm a type of person that feeds off other people's energy. And wow, like it was
cool because we were a COVID show, right? So we never got to experience fans like in the traditional way. So for our first fan experience to be BravoCon, it was just over the top. Like, you walk into the hotel, there were fans, and were screaming your name. I was like, who are you screaming for? It was me. I was like, oh.
and not only that, we're also fanning out because we're seeing shows that we were watching. Like the first show that me and Richa watched, like that I actually enjoyed watching with her, because she watched every single show. But the first show that I really paid attention to was Vanderpump Rules, and seeing all of them there was.
He saw the time.